Africa is to have its first team ever in the most biggest and prestigious cycling event in the world, the Tour de France. MTN-Qhubeka from South Africa is one of the 5 wildcard teams chosen to take part in the 102nd edition of one of the most grueling events in world sport. MTN joins forces with Qhubeka with a South African cycling project aimed at improving the lives of young people in South Africa. To talk about this historic news, we can now speak to Doug Ryder, who is the MTN-Qhubeka's team principal. Doug, amazing news. Could you tell our viewers how big a coup this is for African cycling?
Yeah, I mean, there's never been an African registered team in the Tour de France before, and it's something that we've been working on for the last 10 years. And it absolutely lifts the ceiling of for cycling on the African continent. It gives people the opportunity that they feel that they could be involved in the Tour de France into the future. They race against our riders all the time. And now that these guys are going to the Tour de France, some of them have always felt that it was an unreachable goal, and now they'll feel that it is reachable, and it will literally bring the whole continent on sides, and a belief that they could get into the Tour de France for themselves into the future.
How long have you been trying to get the World Cycling Authorities to believe in the potential of African cycling?
So it's taken us about 10 years to get to this point. We started with our African riders even on mountain bikes at a time, and then got them onto road bikes because of the technical skills that are different. But to find the partnerships and to find people to support it, our whole theory behind the team, was that Africa has developed the best endurance runners, so why not cyclists? And we knew if we could put more kids onto bicycles, we could become and transform cycling on in the world if Africa could get the chance, because the talent from Africa and the DNA of endurance athletes in Africa is such that they would really be able to be good endurance road cyclists. So it's taken us the best part of 10 years to get here, but yeah, the door is open and we are in the brink of going to the Tour de France.
Tell us a bit more about the team now. How many Africans will be represented?
So currently, right now, our team is 22 riders strong, and 60% of the riders are from the African continent. And we rode the Tour of Spain last year, the Vuelta, and we had 6 out of the 9 riders that get selected to race a Grand Tour. We had 6 Africans, 2 Africans of color, and then 3 Europeans. The Europeans are very good to mentor and fast track the riders to success, and so we. My hope with everybody fit and healthy and strong that we will go to the Tour de France with a 5-4 split with 5 Africans, 4 Europeans, and that would be my dream come forward.
What will you be doing from now till the race to prepare for the Tour?
So we're so fortunate that the ASO announced the wildcards yesterday. We're actually starting our 2nd training camp this weekend in Mallorca in Spain, and we were only anticipating hearing from the Tour de France organization, in the first week of February. So now that we've heard before our training camp, we can get down to the nitty gritty and the nuts and bolts of which riders do we see would be potential to ride the Tour, and then what their race program is. So now we pretty much go straight into drive mode and start to plan with the sports directors and the riders, their race schedule. But I mean, as you can imagine, the riders in our team, all 22 of them, their energy levels have gone up tenfold, knowing that, this African team, this unique story in cycling is going to the biggest cycling event on an annual basis.
It's reported that the team will wear a special kit to mark Nelson Mandela Day when the Tour starts in July. What more can you tell us about this?
We've been very fortunate. I mean, like I said, there's never been an African team in the Tour de France, and the Nelson Mandela Foundation actually approached us at the back end of last year and said, the Eiffel Tower is going to be painted in the colors of the South African flag to commemorate Mandela Day on the 18th of July, which is stage 14 of the Tour de France. Should your team get in, we would love to endorse your team with Nelson Mandela and Mandela Day and the hashtag 67. And it'll be a 67 bicycles campaign for the Nelson Mandela Library Foundation that teaches 100,000 school children a day across South Africa. And, just to be just to be approached by the Nelson Mandela Foundation and just to have that accolade and to represent a brand like him and an absolute ambassador for the world is incredible honor for our team. And so during the Tour de France, you are allowed to change your jersey for the tour for a special occasion or whatever. So we more than likely will do something with the Nelson Mandela Foundation, which will be a massive campaign for the Tour de France for us.
And finally, tell us a bit more about the connection between the team and the Qhubeka project.
So, Qhubeka is a charity that actually provides no funding to Team MTN-Qhubeka. So some people look at it and think, well, it's joint naming rights. That's the unique story of our team, I guess. We race to mobilize people on bicycles. And we've given up naming rights of our team to a charity because that's our firm belief, is to mobilize people across the African continent and race to give more people opportunities. And it's not just about winning races, it's about making an impact and mobilizing people on the African continent. And the Qhubeka charity is an amazing organization. It's a work to earn model. So the kids actually earn bicycles either by attending school and upping their grades, growing trees, cleaning up trash in the community. So it's a fantastic upliftment project, and hence the reason we have that hand on our jersey. It's a kid's hand putting his hand up, I want a bike, and please help me get a bike. So yeah, that's the unique story of our team, I guess. We want to mobilize, the potential in Africa, and we want to, raise as much funds and as much awareness to the charity of Qhubeka, and the Tour de France will be a massive vehicle to be able to do that and make a difference.
Doug, we wish you the best of luck on the tour. Thank you for speaking to Sports News Africa.